Jesus said, the gate is narrow, Matthew 7:14, and the way is narrow also that leads to life. So how do I get to life? Some people say, get through the gate. No. Jesus said, come through the gate and walk the way. It's not just coming through the gate. It's not just once saved, always saved. No. Hebrews 3:14 says, if we hold fast the beginning of our confidence, that is entering through the gate, firm until the end, that's the finishing line, we are made partakers of Christ. Read that in Hebrews 3:14. I remember someone once asked me, one of the Calvinists, Brother Zac, do you believe in once saved, always saved? I say, no. Can you show me a scripture? I said, I'll show you Hebrews 3:14. One verse is enough for me. If we hold fast the beginning of our confidence, that's when we come through the gate, firm until the end, that is the end of the way, we are made partakers of Christ. That is what God says, and I'd rather believe what God says than what any theologian says. Theologians are the ones who led people astray. And Jesus said it too. The way to life is not just a narrow gate, a small gate. It's a narrow gate and a narrow way that leads to life. That's the balance. If you only emphasize the gate, it's like, as I said, one side of the body, muscular and strong, the other side, skin and bones. That's the tragedy in Christianity. Everywhere we see imbalance, and imbalance is ugly. And as we saw earlier, it's an abomination in God's eyes. And very often people quote scripture. But scripture says this. Let me show you. The devil quoting scripture. Matthew chapter 4. The devil quoted scripture to Jesus Christ. Do you think he wants to quote scripture to you to lead you astray? Do you think he won't quote a scripture to you to try and convince you that once you're saved, you're always saved? Of course the devil. He's been doing it all over. I believe it's one of the doctrines that has led more people to hell than any other doctrine. You've just got to come through the gate. There is no way. Who said there's no way? When Jesus said the narrow gate and the narrow way lead to life, and the devil says no, it's just the narrow gate, who would you rather believe? And the devil can quote a scripture. He quoted it to Jesus. That's the thing that should alert us. That's why it's important to know the Bible. And I say this, if you have a Bible in your own language and you don't bother to study it, you deserve to be deceived. I'm sorry to say that, but it is true. You deserve to be deceived if God's given you a Bible in your own language and you don't bother to read it carefully. Because the devil quotes scripture.